Yes, hello everyone. Welcome back to Newcastle's Fans TV. We've got an update about the Sandro Tonali investigation. Yes, hello everyone. Hope you're doing all right. We did a video on this. Well, I did a video on this the other day about the updates with Sandro Tonali. We're not gonna get into speculation because it's not really what we see ourselves for as clickbait or anything like that. We're just going to give you some facts of what's been a bit of a manic day. If you've been on social media, keeping an eye on this as well. So we're going to start with a player who was linked to the investigation, and then we'll come on to the Sandro Tonali stuff in a moment. But Juventus midfielder Nicolo Fagioli, who's got one Italian cap, has now officially been banned for 7 months for breaching betting rules. He was given a 12-month ban, but that has 5 months of that has been suspended and has been charged with €12,500. He obviously brought himself, helped with the investigation, admitted it, and he's been helping the Italian authorities / FA as much as he can, and he's now been banned for 7 months. And he's the second Juventus midfielder, because I think Pogba, if I believe him right, failed a provisionally drugs test, so that's 2 Juventus have got, so not good. But of course, why is he linked? Because he's linked with, of course, Aston Villa's Nicolo Zanioli, and of course, our very own Sandro Tonali. Now, I do want to touch upon, I haven't heard too much from Nicolo Zanioli from Aston Villa side of things, but we have heard a lot about Sandro Tonali, and, you know, this is a serious matter. His agents come out and admitted that he's got a gambling addiction. And it's not to be laughed at. It's actually quite a serious matter because it destroys lives. Any addiction does, whether it's alcohol or drugs as well. And these guys at the foundation do a fantastic work helping people out in our local area. And we were absolutely buzzing when we got an award from them almost 2 years now. And normal people can struggle, doesn't matter whether you're a superstar or you're like me or like you. Anybody can have addiction. And I think it's very, very brave that these agents come out and said that, because, as I say, it's a difficult one to talk about because I've never been in that position. But I know people who have been affected by addictions, and I'm sure yous have at home. His agent has gone on to say Sandro suffers from a gambling addiction. He's fighting to avoid that, and I'm sure he will win this difficult game. He's sad, he's still in shock. I'd like to thank Newcastle as they're supporting Sandro. He's training and he could feature on Saturday. Now, of course, I did the video the other day. It'll be up to Eddie Howe to make that decision, whether he's in the right mindset to play against Crystal Palace. That's up to Eddie Howe. And obviously he's going to be asked about in the press conference. And this story is developing because a lot has happened today. So by the time you guys watch this, it could be Wednesdays. You might watch this. This might have already had further developments as well. This could be out of date. But his agent has gone on to say that further, I hope this gambling addiction issue will help save Sandro's life, as well as many other young guys affected by the same problem. Sandro understood that he has to focus on this issue and face gambling addiction with strong, determined approach. First of all, he needs all the love and support that you can possibly get. He needs support around. He doesn't have much in Newcastle. He's got his girlfriend. Yes, he needs support from the likes of Eddie Howe and the coach and stuff, and I'm sure he'll get that. It's not right, of course. It's not what he's doing. Alleged, I must stress, alleged what he's doing. But obviously, his agent has said he's got a gambling addiction, and he's under investigation currently at the moment by the Italian Federation and the authorities from Turin as well. And he went back to Italy today, and he's been at the federal prosecutor's office over there today. And his agent has also said again on record, once again mentioned Newcastle by saying, I want to thank Newcastle again for how they're supporting Sandro. Excuse me, can't get rid of my cough. So he's been there today. Of course, Keith Downey has also mentioned this as well on over on his account as well. But as I mentioned on Saturday, there was alleged 10 to 12 players involved in this as well. Obviously, he's not playing for Italy, never is Zaniolo of Aston Villa, but if he is found guilty, and he's innocent until proven guilty as far as I'm concerned, if the Juventus midfielder, Fagioli, has got 7-month ban, is Sandro Tonali's worse than that? There's a lot of speculation out there saying, oh, he's the ringleader, or he wasn't involved, he didn't actually bet on football, he didn't bet on casino. There's a lot of speculation. I'm not here to talk about that because you know what people are like. People are just want clicks. They want you to click on the article. People want you to make believe whatever you want to. We're not dealing with that today. We're dealing with facts. The facts are at the moment, he's under investigation of some sort of alleged betting. We don't know what it is. And his agent has come out today and said he's got a gambling addiction. Mentally, Sandro Tonali isn't right because he's got an addiction. How long has that addiction been going on? Were Milan aware of it? Probably, you would have to think so. Could these bets are alleged that it's happened whilst he was in Italy. So, but Newcastle paid that fee, and you could, in theory, have a worst case scenario of Newcastle having a midfielder they just spent nearly 60 million on, and he could be banned for 3 years. That's the worst case scenario. I don't think it'll be that bad, no, because I think he will help. And obviously, his agents come out and said, look, he's got a gambling addiction. I see a ban coming. I'm predicting a ban coming, and that's just my own personal opinion. That's not how I see it, the way the Italians have gone and dealt with the Juventus midfielder today. And if he is found guilty, there will be a ban. And that probably will rule out him for the rest of the season. When that will be, because he's at the authorities today, will have an answer soon? I don't know. Will it be next week? I don't know. Again, I'm not speculating. But the likelihood, if he gets a ban, he'll be missing at least, I would think, the rest of the season. And that's a real blow for Newcastle. Yes, you've got Joe Willock back. Yes, you've got Joe Linton back when midfield's looking strong after the national break. But at the end of the day, it's for Newcastle. They've just got to support him because he's an employee who's got an addiction. You can't just get rid of him. Even in my work, you've got to help people who are struggling. But it's you step onto the pitch, and nowadays in football, betting's everywhere. It's everywhere. You walk on the pitch, there's billboards, electronic billboards going round, get a sponsor, get a betting deal, all this sort of stuff. Some football clubs have got betting on the shirts. Obviously, at the FA Premier League, they're going to be taking that off in the next few years, which is a start. You can bet inside the stadium for fans. That's not good for fans. The way. It should be licensed. I feel a bit like tabs, where tabs you can go to the shop and you can go and buy them, but they're not advertised. They're not advertised on TV and stuff like that. And I know I'm saying that as a hypocrite because we've been sponsored by betting companies down the years. It's everywhere you look. It's on YouTube channels like ourselves. It's on TV adverts. You walk down the shop, you're probably going to see an advert of some sort, a billboard. You can't escape it. And if you've got an addiction problem, you look at Ivan Toney, he got banned for several cases. How many bets did he have? It was loads. Look at Kieran Trippier. But the move to Spurs to Atleti, he got banned, 10 weeks? It's everywhere. You blink, you see it. You can't escape it. And to be in that environment, because betting goes hand in hand with football, unfortunately it does. This has been brought up numerous times, I don't need to tell you, but I think Newcastle fans will get behind him if he does feature at Crystal Palace. We know that as a player going to be banned. There's no point, slating the management or slating the scouting team, because would have known about this. There's no verdict as of yet, but like I say, this could be old news. We might not have any. We might have some. You never know. By the time you guys watch this, probably most of you will watch it on Wednesday because it's going to go out late. But Newcastle have a problem now in midfield. I know Elliot Anderson's shining. Joe Willock's going to be back, but we're losing a midfielder potentially. But he's innocent at the moment until proven guilty, as far as I'm concerned. But this is a real challenge for him. He's got a problem. He's got an addiction. So my heart goes out to him because he's struggling, and maybe you see Newcastle as a way out. Perhaps that a fresh start, a fresh environment. Because I'm assuming all of this is in Italy that he's done it in. But people are saying he looks unhappy. Maybe he is unhappy because of what's happening in his personal life, and doesn't matter. Like as I say at the top of the video, doesn't matter if you're an ordinary bloke like me, or you're a young lad, or an older gentleman. You're famous, you're rich. It can hit anybody. It really can. So give him a bit of love, give him a bit of support in the comments. Please do. We're gonna support him. We'll sing his name because the lad is struggling, and for me, it's all about helping one another. For me, without a shadow of a doubt. But difficult video for you tonight, everybody. But yeah, see you everyone. Watch it today. Bye bye.